A powerful mage is battling against a dragon. After easily defeating the dragon, the mage is frustrated to learn that his crest has no room left to grow. Explaining how there are 4 kinds of crests one can have, the one he has is the first one, which specializes in creation. The second crest specializes in power, while the third crest specializes in rapid firing. But the one he wants to attain is the 4th crest, the one that specializes in combat. Invoking a powerful spell, the man disperses himself, scattering into the wind. Many years pass, and a young 12-year-old boy is on the way to the capital city in order to enter the second academy. The person he is riding with tells him that it is unfortunate that he has been given the weakest crest, which resembles the combat-oriented crest that the mage in the past desired. On their way, they are attacked by a powerful monster, but the boy defeats it with ease, much to the surprise of the man with him. Entering the capital, the boy visits a weapons shop. Inside, he meets a girl named Alma, who is trying to get her friend's magical sword fixed up. The boy introduces himself as Mathias. Alma is there to try and fix up her friend's magical sword, as she will need it for the academy exam that is coming up. The shopkeep tells her there is nothing he can do to help in such a short amount of time, but Mathias offers to do the enchanting himself. Alma decides to accept his offer, and while they are waiting for the shopkeep to get a new sword, Alma's friend comes in. She bashfully introduces herself as Lori, and Mathias thinks she is unbelievably cute. Once the shopkeep brings them a new sword, Mathias enchants it with his magic. Everyone present is surprised by the fact that he did not use any incantations to activate the spells, even more so when they find out just how potent the enchants are. At the academy, the practical exams begin. Lori is able to easily defeat her opponent in combat, thanking Mathias for making her sword so powerful. Learning that Mathias is behind Lori's sword enchantments, Guile, the captain of the Knight's Order, decides to be the one to test his mettle. Everyone is shocked when Mathias bests Guile in their duel. During their test of magic, the examiner is taking pity on Mathias for having the crest they classify as the weakest one. However, he does not stop surprising people as he invokes a more powerful spell than any of the previously displayed ones, acing the test. After the exams end, Mathias learns that both Alma and Lori have passed as well. The headmaster, Edward, holds a short speech for the new generation of students before summoning Mathias to his office. There he reveals to Mathias that he wants to request his aid. It turns out that casting magic without invocations has become all but lost to the ages. The reason for that is the first academy that is ran by nobility, which banned the teaching of such magic, thus forcing everyone to learn casting with incantations. Mathias wonders why that is the case, as casting without incantations creates more powerful spells. Exactly because of that, Edward wants Mathias to teach his students how to cast magic without using incantations. Mathias agrees and begins instructing everyone on how to cast wordless spells. The time comes for a friendly match between the first and second academy, where they want to display that casting without incantations is superior. However, following their results, the first academy has never lost to the second academy in all of the competitions they held. Mathias is the one who is representing the second academy, and he is facing against 3 students from the first, Lesses, Jayas, and Deviles. One of the 3 students, Deviles, appears to be a demon in disguise, as Mathias is able to sense his powerful aura. The match is observed by many students, including the headmasters of both academies. Straight from the start, Mathias unleashes a powerful blast without any incantation, which takes out Lesses and Jayas. But Deviles also uses magic without incantation in order to protect himself, revealing to everyone watching that he can use this casting method as well. This revelation is shocking to everyone, but not as shocking as when Mathias dispels his concealing magic, showing everyone Deviles' true demonic form. Mathias reasons that the demons must have infiltrated the human society, attaining influence and developing methods to weaken the magic that humans can use, such as forcing them to do spell casting with incantations and declaring the 4th crest to be the weakest one. Deviles attempts to retreat, but Mathias is more than capable of preventing him to do so, catching up with him and cutting him down, breaking his own sword in the process. Mathias thinks back of his old life as Gaius the Sage, where he brought the demons to the brink of extinction, revealing to us that he is the mage from the beginning. Due to the fact that Mathias has slain a demon, he is brought before the king. The king wants to thank him for what he did, so Mathias requests his reward to be items and materials found in the kingdom's dungeons. Once that is settled, they discuss the matter of demons infiltrating their society. Apparently, after Deviles was unmasked and slain, the most powerful people in the kingdom, the 4 magical chosen ones, have all vanished. Reasoning that they might be demons preparing their assault on the kingdom, Mathias suggests they erect a barrier to protect the capital before the demons are able to act. In order to do that, he needs a divine class artifact and the cooperation of the students from the Second Academy. The king decides to put his faith in Mathias, appointing him to be the leader of their fight against the demons and granting him whatever he requires to make it a success. While rummaging through the kingdom's treasury, Mathias finds ancient items he had created and enchanted in his previous life. One is an extremely powerful sword, which he will be able to use in creating the barrier, and another is a pendant that helps him get stronger faster. Back at the academy, Mathias continues to train the students in casting spells without incantations. Deciding to go into a dungeon to gather materials required for the barrier, he invites Lori and Alma to come with him. They are unsure if they can be of help as they are now, but he reassures them that it will be okay, teaching Alma how to use magic with a bow. While Alma is practicing by hunting monsters and collecting their loot, Mathias shows Lori how to use her enchantment magic to get refined materials from the things they find in the dungeon. Thanks to his guidance, she is able to refine and create armor and weapons for herself and Alma. Deciding to put their skills to the test, Mathias brings Alma and Lori deeper into the dungeon. Both of them perform well and defeat the monsters without Mathias having to step in. Happy with how quickly they are getting stronger, Mathias lets them rest while he descends deeper down on his own, in order to find rarer materials. Alma warns him that he is planning to go deeper than the deepest point they had ever explored. And those explorers were a 30-man party, which was under the protection of Gaius, the god of magic. Mathias reassures her that he will be fine, thinking if that name is a coincidence or not. While gathering the materials, he notices the strong presence of a floor boss. Knowing that he has to grow stronger in his new young body, Mathias decides to face the boss. It pushes his current abilities to the edge, but in the end he defeats the massive monster. After returning to Alma and Lori, both of them are left speechless upon seeing what kind of monster trophy he brought back with him. After trading in the goods they gathered in the dungeon, Mathias notices two demons heading towards the Second Academy. In order to prevent any casualties, he brings Alma and Lori to assist him in stopping them. The demons are looking down on humans, eager to find out who bested Devilies. Mathias appears before them, splitting up the pair so Alma and Lori keep the weaker one busy while he fights the stronger one himself. The stronger demon is surprised at just how strong Mathias is, as Mathias keeps using the demon's own magic against him. Since Mathias has a vast amount of experience from fighting other demons in his previous life, he knows all the possible spells a demon of his caliber could cast. Thanks to that, he is always a step ahead, taking down the stronger demon without any issues. The weaker demon was kept busy by the two girls, with Lori creating special arrows and Alma hitting him with them. Because of that, he did not notice that his superior was already defeated, allowing for Mathias to surprise him and take him out with ease. The three are brought in front of the king to be rewarded for dealing with the demons. While Lori and Alma request a monetary reward, Mathias wants all the dungeons they can acquire to be given to him. The king agrees, but as he is talking, Mathias suddenly notices they are being spied upon by a demon. Using his magic to expose the demon, Mathias reveals and destroys a scrying spell that was placed in the throne room. From the voice they heard on the other end, the king realizes that the demon in question is actually Erhard, the former captain of the Mage's Order. Mathias is able to track down the location from where the spell was cast, stating how they should act fast and pay the demon a visit. Since time is of the essence and his current magical power is not strong enough to teleport them so far, Mathias comes up with an alternative solution, bringing Alma and Lori with him. The three of them go to a nearby mountain where they meet a legendary dragon. It turns out that the dragon's name is Iris, the Darkness Dragon, and she has a history with Gaius. Namely, she was one of the dragons he fought against in the past, but she surrendered to him early on, so he spared her life. As soon as Mathias uses his magic to cancel her dragon breath, she realizes who he might be, and after he confirms his identity, she is more than happy to be of service to him, fearing for her life. Mathias asks of Iris to keep his reincarnation and true identity a secret, while Alma and Lori cannot believe he has befriended a dragon. And so, while riding on Iris's back, the three of them head towards the demon's location. Arriving there, Mathias quickly dispatches the guard before infiltrating the demon's hideout. Mathias notices that there are two more demons present, with one of them being Erhard. Using magic to communicate telepathically with Alma and Lori, he asks of them to fight the weaker demon. They are unsure if they can do it, but he reassures them, telling them that he will back them up if needed. Erhard happens to be hiding, but Mathias uses his magic to expose him so the girls can fight him. With Mathias guiding them during the fight, they are able to bring down Erhard in spite of his power-up transformation. Before facing the stronger demon, Mathias sends Lori and Alma to ride on top of Iris and stay far away from him, in order to avoid getting caught up in the battle. Despite the stronger demon's power, Mathias is able to analyze his magical nature, allowing him to predict every move the demon will make. Using a special spell to disrupt the demon's magic, he tricks him to draw more power, which makes the drawn power run wild and the demon explode. The explosion unearths a dragon vein pillar, meaning a special pillar that taps into the magical conduits which run through the earth. Based on the spells cast on the pillar, Mathias figures the demons are trying to summon a large amount of powerful monsters to appear at the capital. With plenty of time to spare, they all fly back to the capital in order to prepare the second academy for the monster attack. On the way back, Mathias instructs Iris to assume a human form so she could hide the fact that she is a dragon and join them at the academy. Arriving at the academy, they report to Edward that Erhard has been slain, before asking him to accept Iris as a transfer student. Edward agrees but still needs her to pass the entrance exam as he does not give preferential treatment. While doing the practical parts of the exam, Edward realizes that Iris is yet another completely out of the charts individual, as she passes the strength and magic power tests with raw, brutal power. Edward has no choice but to accept her in the second academy, while Mathias consoles him, offering to fix up any damage she caused. In order to gather the required amount of resources for the barrier before the demon's attack, the second academy needs the assistance of the first academy. However, the stuck-up principal of the first academy refuses to work with the second, as he believes they are all inferior to them. In order to prove him wrong, they hold another competition between the two academies, but this time Mathias and his small party are not allowed to participate, as they are too powerful. In the competition, the 5 students from the second are able to easily dispatch the entire elite of the first, thanks to their superior wordless spellcasting method. The principal of the first still does not accept the result, at which point the king himself has him arrested, while ordering the students of the first to join with the second in their endeavor. Mathias, Iris, Alma, and Luri delve into the dungeon so they could acquire a large enough magistone for the barrier spell. In order to do that, they try to summon a powerful monster with Mathias guiding them, but Iris puts too much magic into the summoning spell, resulting in a powerful dragon getting summoned instead. Using that as a test of how well Iris can fight with them, Mathias has them fight the dragon. Thanks to his experience and spells, they are able to defeat the dragon. Afterwards, Mathias officially welcomes Iris to their party, but also has her train how to fight and move around in her human form, as she is proven to be rather clumsy. While Iris is training, Mathias teaches Lori how to make even better weapons, having her make new ones for the entire party. While Mathias and Iris are working to do the finishing touches on the barrier, demons have begun opening portals to invade the kingdom. In order to stop them, Mathias sends Alma and Lori to handle them in his stead, reassuring them that they are capable of doing so. Listening of him, they head out to the location of a portal. Even though they are nervous, as it is their first time handling demons on their own, they are able to defeat the ones that show up. Just as they are done with the first portal, another one begins opening right above the second academy. They manage to return in time to assist the students in defending against the powerful demon that made it through. Just as the demon is defeated, a bunch of other, even stronger demons appear. Before the demons can harm the students, Mathias joins the fight. He easily cuts down all the demons, satisfied with the way his new body has been improving. After the fighting is over, Mathias activates the barrier, shielding the entire capital with it. Once the barrier is up, they detect the horde of monsters that was drawn by the dragon vein. The amount of monsters increased thanks to all the demons that perished nearby recently. While the first wave of them is easily handled by the academy students, when the second wave of more powerful monsters approaches, Mathias and his party step in. He tells Alma, Iris, and Lori to handle the monsters while he saves his remaining magic power. It turns out to be a good call as a Void Eater appears, an extremely powerful monster that grows stronger by absorbing other monsters. In order to be able to harvest good materials from the Void Eater, Mathias decides to empower the creature even further, throwing some magistones into it. After it finishes absorbing all the magic around it, the Void Eater transforms into a massive beast. Mathias goes all out against it, blasting it with magic and cutting it into pieces faster than it can regenerate. Once it is slain, he declares that he will be leaving the academy in order to investigate other dragon veins. But before he leaves, Edward offers him and his entire party a special scholarship, so they can remain students while not attending the academy, as he believes that kind of arrangement would benefit all of them. Mathias happily accepts, as do Iris, Lori, and Alma, who want to stay by his side. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Have a great day and see you in the next video.